Joining us now is All Family Pharmacy pharmacist David Mackarey. Thank you so much for joining us today, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Great to be back.
Of course, of course. And so I have a question about All Family Pharmacy. Why is access to treatments like ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, and antibiotics crucial for medical freedom during the flu COVID season?
Well, obviously, the importance of it is to have the patients have the ability and freedom to have their medication on hand when they need it and when it's important to have that available. As you know, sometimes there could be, certain circumstances, shortages, manufacturing problems, distribution problems. And when you need something, a medication, it's not something you can wait till it's readily available. It's always a good method and methodology to have that available, to have in stock for both you and your family and your loved ones. So when you do need it, it's there for you.
Exactly. So the question is, how does All Family Pharmacy actually empower families to stay proactive with their healthcare choices out there? Because there's a lot of choices, as you know.
Oh, there most certainly is. So that's where I think we actually differentiate ourselves from other pharmacies and big box chains. We work with them, through all of our physicians and my other colleagues, other pharmacists. We work with them on a personal basis to find out exactly what their needs are, what is the best choice, the best dose, the best medication for what they need for them and their loved ones. So we actually put together, their kits, certain things to have and advise them. We guide them to what we feel is important that they should have on hand for any particular ailment or situation that arises.
So then what would be your advice then for people to stock up on medications? Like what style of things, what kind of medications are we talking about here for flu and COVID for that shortages hit?
Well, great question. I'm glad you specifically, led that into my conversation to say what particular. Obviously, antibiotics. We're headed into the flu season. We have flu medications. Antibiotics are always an important thing to have on stock because you never know when you're gonna, need a particular antibiotic. But in the flu season, obviously it's Tamiflu. You also, because other ailments, come with it. When you get the flu or some type of a bacterial infection, you want other medication for discomfort. We carry a whole slew, not just for cough and cold in the flu season. We have antivirals. We have, non-steroidal, anti-inflammatory. We carry steroidal products. So that's the nice thing here at All Family Pharmacy is we have, many, many options available that will best suit each patient and their needs.
And then on top of that, how does your pharmacy actually help families prepare those emergency kits out there to uphold medical freedom? Because those kits, they have a lot of different medications in them, right?
Correct. But, they have the freedom. So understand when we're using that word kit, it can contain anything to a few items or, a dozen items, depending on what we feel, that individual needs. They can customize it to fit exactly what they and their family and loved ones need to have on hand. So we actually know certain people if they have heart conditions or if they have, breathing, asthmatic, COPD, etc., that we feel, okay, you definitely don't want to run out of something for a breathing, inhaler when you need that and you ran out or there's none available because at a particular time of the year. You don't ever want to have that. There's nothing worse than running out of any medication that you need, especially for maintenance meds or life-saving medications that you cannot go without. So we feel that that's what we do. We work with them knowing what their conditions are, their disease states, and we specifically customize it towards their needs and their family.
So the question then is about the stocking alternative medications. Why is stocking alternative medications vital to avoid reliance on mainstream pharmaceuticals then?
Okay, I love hearing this question because we have like the best way to answer this, and it's really actually extremely beneficial. The mainstream pharmacy that you keep referring to, unfortunately, some of their hands are tied between the insurance companies, what they allow. They only allow a 30-day supply, per your insurance plan. You can only get, a limited amount. You can only get, they only give you one refill. We work with our patients, especially for maintenance medications, things that you need on a regular basis. We deal with cash here, so we don't necessarily are restricted or tied to any insurance parameters. That allows us so much more freedom. If you need a 6-month supply, work with the doctor and they approve and authorize that, then that's fine. The doctors are okay with that, knowing that it's maintenance medication. But there's nothing better than knowing that you have that supply when you need it, and you don't have to worry about any natural disasters, storms. We're here in the hurricane season here in South Florida right now. There's nothing worse than something tragically happening like that, and all of a sudden you only have 2 days left, and what do you do? So this is so important for people to be proactive.
Exactly. It's efficient, it's quick, it's easy online there. And of course, a pharmacist like you sees those orders after the doctor does, and you fill that prescription there. So the question is also, how can people actually partner with your pharmacy to secure medications like ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, and antibiotics before the supply chain disruptions would happen?
Well, we have an endless supply at this point, and this is why we do this throughout the whole year. We don't wait for this time of the year. We're making the ivermectin, and we have the hydroxychloroquine, we have the antibiotics. We have it in stock now, and we keep replenishing it over and over. And there's enough of it to go around. I'm not saying that we have, for 50,000 people all at once ordered one day, but we have the ability. We have multiple wholesalers that we work through, so we feel that we're a little bit more than a couple steps, being proactive than some of the other companies that may be limited to 1 or 2 wholesalers that they work with. Once they're out of it, then their hands are tied. For us, it's a little bit different because we work with so many throughout the country, and we have our physicians are licensed throughout the country, so it's sort of nice that we can help everybody. And again, since it's a mail order, you don't have to worry about standing in line, coming through, waiting in a long line in the drive-through, at the convenience of having it delivered right to your doorstep.
And the first step to get the ball rolling, allfamilypharmacy.com/RSBN. All Family Pharmacy pharmacist David Mackarey, thank you again for joining us on Right Side. We'll see you again soon, sir.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure. And I just want to take one quick moment to give our condolences. Our hearts go out to Charlie Kirk and his family and loved ones. So our thoughts and prayers are with them. And of course, today being 9/11 as well, we want to remember all those and the first responders and the people whose lives and who are no longer with us. So everything goes out to them today.
David, thank you so much.
Pleasure seeing you again. Thank you.
You too, sir.
Thank you.